Again, let me preface this by saying you've got when you redo a couple deals, which they're rumored they're going to do, you're going to have almost $90 million in cap space. What position has been incredibly devalued in the NFL?
The running back position.
That's correct. The Bears are not good enough in the running back room. And stop with the Khalil Herbert and Roshan Johnson. They're okay. All right. Like I say to all the people out there about quarterback, I'm chasing greatness. That's the hashtag, chasing greatness. I want to win. I want to win now. Not tomorrow, not after breakfast, now. Saquon Barkley. He just turned 27. He's reportedly said his top choice in free agency is the Houston Texans because he wants to work with a really good young quarterback. He likes D'Amico Ryans. Oh, hold on a second now. He wants to play on grass, not turf. He's not going to be tagged, it looks like, by the Giants. Joe Shane said with the money going up, that's their GM, that he would consider a second time the tag, but that's not his preference. And if they can't get a deal done, if he loses him, he loses him. That guy's a beast. A beast. Can you imagine if I dropped Caleb Williams and Malik Neighbors or Roma Dunze along with an upgrade on my offensive line at center, and I got Saquon Barkley in the backfield, and I'm only saying this on a short deal. I'm not giving him some massive Ezekiel Elliott contract, and if I got to outbid people, then I won't do it. But if the running back position has been devalued to the point where a talent like that is not being tagged, if I could get him $9 million a year for 2 years and I'll guarantee every dollar for you. Count me in. Count me in.
Now, if the Giants were to exercise a second straight tag for Barkley, it would be in the neighborhood cap of $12.1 million.
Correct.
Now, again, it wouldn't be openly embraced possibly from Barkley, from his standpoint, because Barkley has been saying over the past 18 months that he doesn't want to be tagged.
Correct.
Now, he's a CAA guy, is Barkley.
Yep.
And so...
What is that called? It's creative artist. Is that what it's called?
It's CA.
CA. The Creative Artists Agency. They're they're the Scott Boras of the other sports.
Bacaw.
Yeah.
Ed Berry is his agent.
Yeah.
At CAA.
Yeah.
And so... he was talking about it at the Combine, Barry, because he's there looking at the next generation of football players that's going to be in the NFL. And so think about that. A second straight tag will be 12.1. Now, I would ask, again, these are professional players, guys that have skins in the wall. These guys have been productive, guys like Saquon Barkley. Now, if the Bears could offer, say, for instance, it was $10, $11, $12 million. What's it? So your ceiling is 8, you said, or 9?
No, I said 9.
9?
If I could get him at 9, because they're not going to tag him at 12. 12 point, what'd you say, 12.1?
12.1 million.
Okay. No running back last year signed a multi-year extension with more than $13.5 million guaranteed, while Barkley, Jacobs, and Tony Pollard were all stuck on franchise tags. So Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, the GM of the Vikings, said, I don't know that a few years ago I would have thought that the position didn't rise as much as other positions in the market. Just because they're a lower value position, the running back spot now, does not mean they don't provide a great impact to a team. And he's right. So the Colts gave Jonathan Taylor 3 years, 42 with $26.5 million guaranteed. Mm-hmm. I don't think you can get Saquon Barkley to take 2 or 3 years with 18 to 20 guaranteed. I don't, because he thinks he's better than that guy, and he may be. But if the market has devalued to the point where everybody is saying, dude, you come in here, you can win.
And beggars can't be choosers at that position now. Perfect example is with the Vikings, right?
Right.
No Dalvin Cook, but then you go with Alexander Madison, and he busted out. He had... what was it, Cap? Something like 700 yards, 13 games. And so, looking at him, they thought, hey, you know what? We don't have Dalvin Cook here, but, we could just fill the bill. And, again, you're looking to go through, pay through the nose for that. Cook had a 2-year, $7 million deal back in March of 2023. I mean, you're just trying to get any dollar you can at the running back position now. And it is a shame that it's devalued the way it is at this point in time, but this is what it is. Young running back, veteran running back, you get every dollar you can. If the Bears were offer him anywhere between $9 and $10 million, if I'm Saquon Barkley, I'd take it. You say he wants to play on natural grass? Well, we got an opportunity.
They got natural grass.
Soldier Field's much better than it was years past, isn't it? That wasn't even a storyline this past season.
So Pro Football Focus is saying that Barkley is looking for 3 years, $36 million, and 20 of it guaranteed.
Yeah, no.
I'm not going to that level.
No.
If he goes to Houston, good luck. But if I could get him, I'll guarantee you $20 million. I got nothing but money. Why do people care about the money? I get nothing but money. I got $90 million this year in cap space. You're telling me I can't give that guy 10 a year? 10 a year for 3 years, and I'll guarantee 20 of it. I'm not going to 12 a year.
Did you just say 3 for 30?
Wow.
3 for 27, but I'm only guaranteeing 20. I said 18. I'd go to 20.
I might vomit giving that breaking news update all over the microphone.
You don't like it?
No. Listen, if you can get him for the David Montgomery contract, 3 for 18.
That's not happening.
I'd even fully guarantee a 3 for 18.
That's not happening. He's not doing that.
Then I don't want Saquon Barkley.
That would be nice. That's for sure. That Montgomery deal sounds good to me. I'd love to see that. As I mentioned to start with, it's a shame that the running back position has been devalued this way. But, I mean, again, if you're Saquon Barkley, first of all, at his age, and he's going to be 28 next year.
He just turned 27.
Just turned 27. Cap, I mean, how many good years does he have left? And we know the injury situation because we saw it ourselves against the Bears.
Yeah, that was 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shay, you would have a problem guaranteeing him $20 million? Why?
I don't want to guarantee a running back that kind of money. I think, and it's not that I think the position is devalued.
Christian McCaffrey didn't have an impact on the 49ers.
Well, I was just going to say, I think the gap between Christian McCaffrey and the second best running back in football is bigger than the gap between the second best and the 35th best. Christian McCaffrey, I'd pay. But like Saquon Barkley, the Giants drafted him. What have they done?
Christian McCaffrey is one of one because he does multiple things. There's a huge gap between him and the next best. I would agree with that in that regard.
Well, Barkley was on a horrible team this year.
The Giants, okay, they always are horrible.
Right.
The Maras, the Tishes, okay.
So in 2022, when that was a playoff team,
yes,
he had 295 carries for 1,312 yards. He averaged 4.4 yards a carry. He had 57 catches, 10 touchdowns total. I mean, this guy's
he's a very good player. Yes, Cap.
a freaking monster.
Now,
Imagine him with Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, and a top 10 receiver.
Yes. So
Holy.
My stance on this is that I would agree that the Bears needed upgrade in the running back room with a veteran in there. And I still believe in Roschon Johnson's ability to be the lead back at some point because he's just a kid, Cap. We can't turn the corner on Roschon Johnson and just say he's just a guy. I think he could really be something. I was excited about that pick, as a matter of fact, because I watched him a lot in Texas.
Just doesn't show me the breakaway speed.
But it's early.
Speed is speed. You either got speed or you don't have speed.
Okay, so
he's a powerful guy. He's a great blocker as well. Good running back.
Yeah. Well, how would you know? How would you know? What did he have the lion's share of the carries this year, where he was in a position with that offense? I mean, come on now. I mean, the rushing yards went to Justin Fields. He ran with the football. When does a running back really get the opportunity to really have a breakout game with the Bears if Justin has the ball in his hands a lot and he's trying to run for his life because of that inept offensive line, or holds the ball too long and has to have a jailbreak? All I'm saying is that I'm not giving up on Roschon Johnson. You talk all the time about not giving up on young players. I'm not giving up on Roschon Johnson. He fits on this roster. If you feel like you want to upgrade from Khalil Herbert, I got no problem with, or Dante Foreman, fine. But the thing is, though, is that there's other priorities on the football team, but trying to find a veteran running back, I got no problem with. I just don't know how much money you're willing to spend or how much money the Bears would be willing to stomach for someone like Saquon Barkley when you got these other holes to fill.
So Over the Cap is projecting the contract to be 2 years, $22 million, with 15 guaranteed. That's right in line with what I've been saying.
I'd walk with you on this if I knew that the offensive line got better through the draft and free agency first.
That's going to get done. That's their priority after Caleb.
I'd walk with you if I knew, make sure we know that Jalen Johnson's going to be short up, but also I would walk with you if I knew that the Bears had more on that defensive line to be able to get to the quarterback. It's good, but I want it to be excellent.
So our friend Hawthorne Jim Miller, who you hear on the Odds Couple with Carmen Northey.
Great quarterback.
The other one, the horse guy. Not the...
Don't do it.
Not the quarterback. What was I going to say?
Portly. That's what it was coming out.
I was not going to say that.
It was coming out.
I would never say that anymore.
Wait just a second.
He said, would Barkley really come to play his games at the field where he blew out his knee? That's a great question.
It was years ago, you said. And it was.
He got injured. I have his stats here.
But like we said, like a better
2020.
It's a better Soldier Field today.
Mm-hmm.
That was not a talking point last year. That field was solid last year.
Right.
No divots. They might have played some high school football on there, or maybe some rugby, but it was fine for game day. That is for sure. So, I mean, like I said, I would walk with you if I knew that other positions were shored up and how much money would be left over. And I know, again, we hear about how the running back position cap has been devalued, and I do agree that there needs to be a veteran in that room, along with Roschon Johnson, who I really still am pretty high on. I think he fits on this team. But what about everything else as far as free agency is concerned? Again, we talk so much about Caleb Williams, but there's other holes in this football team because the Bears, it's more than just a quarterback. If the Bears are going to win, you need to be able to find veterans and young players that can pay dividends for this team moving forward. So, Shay, let's open the phone lines to talk about this. 312-332-ESPN, 332-3776. I'll give you my opinion. Other holes need to be filled before we even talk about Saquon Barkley or any running back. But Cap wants Saquon Barkley in free agency. Has he lost his mind? Or do you agree?
And only at my price. Let's be clear here. I'm not breaking the bank. I got nothing but money. I got almost $90 million in cap space. And I don't know about you, but nut job answering the phones in there would throw up if they signed him to the deal that I put out there, and you got nothing but money, and oh, by the way, none of it's coming out of Shay's paycheck.